You almost can't even go in there looking excited.
Yeah.
You know, like, why are you excited? I played a show. Yeah, well, that doesn't help you drive a forklift, does it? And I'm like, no, it doesn't. You know.
I went up to take a phone call because every single time that I finish a gig, I give a phone call to some people just to, change from the persona that is me on stage back to the person. It's a very smooth transition whenever I'm able to ground myself.
Yeah.
With like normal conversation.
It's that coming down.
Yeah. I usually, even on those phone calls, don't talk too much about the gig. I'm more just like trying to like talk about usual things that Nate, the person, has to deal with. Like I'll call Joey and it's like 11 o'clock at night. So Joey's sleeping. He's like, hello. It's really funny. And I'm like, hey, I just finished the gig. He's, oh, cool. How'd it go? And I'm like, great. Hey, I have 2 applications in my inbox to fill out for trying to find a house in Philly. Would you mind being able to fill them out when you wake up in the morning? He goes, yeah, dude, I don't mind. It's like, cool. And we're just talking about like normal things, you know? I don't talk about the music very much. I might, if anything interesting happened, I'll talk about that. But, yeah, it's the process because I had an issue, when I was first playing with Whit Waltman, where I hadn't even gigged that much. This was only like within my first like 10 or 20 gigs or so. But like I would have this issue where I was on stage and because of the Nate Makes Noise persona, I would very much be like, on this high of like, I need to play amazing. I need to do this. I need to do that. And it was like I needed to push myself as much as possible to keep like this energy going. And then when I would get off stage, it was like that persona would take like a day or 2 to drop off.
All right.
Which is like really frustrating to like feel like surreal in your regular everyday existence. Like, oh, I'm a rock star. Why am I cleaning at my job right now? And that's not good.
No. And that's so funny you say that, dude. I relate so hard.
Yeah.
Because I have a lot of shows on Fridays, and then I pack, and like I don't have a minute to spare, and I'm at work. And then they'll be like, how'd the show go? I'll be like, dude, it was great. Like, this happened. Like, I made bank on tips. Like, that's so I'm flattered. Like, to me, like, when the tips are huge, depending on the size of the crowd, I'm like, God, that's such a reflection. Like, people took their hard-earned cash and threw it in my owl tip jar. Like, wow. Like, it must have been great. The energy was there. And then I'm making rubber, and I'm like, man, I'm making rubber. Like, I was just rocking it, man. Like, this hype, this energy, this feeling, this like outer body almost. Like, it's way different than adrenaline. I mean, you get it. There's like this I am engaged. Like, we are so about this moment. You and even if it's one person in the crowd, or if it's a whole crowd. Or somebody, at most of my shows, they're like, play piano, man. And I'm like, I don't even know how to play this song. And I don't. And so I play it. And like the crowd is just screaming it. And yeah, it's a beautiful moment. And in time, it's great. And then I go make rubber. And I'm like, it even smells like rubber. Like, it doesn't smell like a rock star. And I come home, I get out of work and I shower and I go to bed and I go to work again that night. And it's, that coming down, I think work has helped me. Yeah. Because I don't have a choice. Like I work with, a bunch of the tougher generation, as Devin calls it, the middle-aged straight white men, and they don't give a shit that I just played a show. Yeah. Why should they?
Like, hey, you were 2 minutes late to work. What's up with that? It's like, I just drove from another state.
Yeah,
like,
really.
Why?
Yeah, it's
you can tell them, but they don't care.
Yeah, so it's very rigid and it's very, you almost can't even go in there looking excited. Yeah. Like, why are you excited? I played a show. Yeah, well, that doesn't help you drive a forklift, does it? And I'm like, no, it doesn't. So yeah, no, I'm totally with you. That's a great idea, Colin. I should try that more. I do that when I travel.